Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, Episode 4, White Knights. I'm your host, Clio, and with me I have Nikki.
Hey.
Sup?
Not much.
How much?
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. I really like this episode.
I'm saying that every time I watch a new episode of basically anything DC, like The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. I mean, I caught a bit of Arrow not too long ago, and everything is great. They're doing so well.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I was not here last week. I had a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Were you here? Could you recap what you guys talk about?
Was I here?
Interesting. I didn't get to watch your VOD.
I'm trying to remember. Last Monday, yeah, I think I was here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember much.
That's okay. We'll just talk about this episode then. I was just curious what you guys thought of last week's. But this week was pretty freaking cool. So they go to 1986.
Mm-hmm.
And was it 86?
Glorious year.
Yeah,
It was 86. Glorious year.
Glorious year.
I was born that year.
Yeah, I was looking 2 years away from my birth. So not quite, but and they find out they break into the Pentagon. Let's start with that one. They break into the Pentagon to find out where Vandal is, and I remember writing in the notes for last week, even though I wasn't here. Do you think they learned how to teamwork yet?
No.
I think the answer is no.
I don't ever think that's going to ever happen. They're all such oddballs and outcasts in their own respects that they're never going to work together completely.
It's got to happen soon. Right? It has to happen soon.
They have their moments, but
They do.
it's never going to be forever and evers. They're going to have the feeling of camaraderie, but they're always going to not see eye to eye.
Yeah. It was a spectacular failure, really. I mean, they got the document, but
they did, yeah.
You know, Kira. I called her Kira. No, that's not her name. S.T.A.R. What's her current name? Oh my God, Kendra. Jesus Christ, I have it written in my notes. Kendra lost control, went all red-eyed. Like, that's something I haven't seen before. It's sort of like Avatar state.
Yeah.
But more murdery.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, we've never heard anything from like Carter or anything from the prior lives that she's ever gone bonkers like this.
Well, I mean, Carter went on and on like he remembered so much, but I think in the scheme of things, he didn't remember that much, just more than her.
Yeah.
Because especially towards the end, she was remembering things he never knew. So
right.
I really think he was playing up just how much he remembered.
Oh.
Plus, there's a couple thousand years of their lives to remember, so that's a lot of stuff.
That is
you can remember a lot and still leave most of it out.
Mm-hmm. There's just no inclinations to her ever having rage issues. So I was actually really surprised and saw her eyes go all red. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a Kendra channeling her past lives thing, or if it's Kendra channeling like the god. What god did they work? Horus?
Horus.
Or, yeah. Or if it's like her channeling Horus's powers or something like that.
Maybe.
Because they kept saying, "Oh yeah, you're channeling like your crazy priestess." Mm-hmm. And it's like, maybe that's not what it is. Maybe it's close.
Maybe.
I'm just very interested.
It is. It's very interesting because, I mean, she was a primal being. She just ripped that guy's face apart with her nails. So, and then we see it again, like she starts losing control when she's training with Sarah. So, I mean, it's definitely, I don't think it's her priestess side.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, hopefully we learn more about like her past lives or whatever. Like I'm hoping we see like more of her in the past, like different versions of her. Because I mean, if you're traveling through time and you live forever, you're gonna run into yourself.
you would think, especially being such a special individual.
Yeah. Uh, but Rip is like, "Oh yeah, Sarah, you can help her get it under control." And Sarah's like, "I don't do feelings. What are you talking about?"
Sarah was amazing this episode.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed because when they got back, she's like, "Oh, maybe Bird Girl didn't lose control." I'm like, "Don't
Big
be
Bird,
catty, Sarah."
Big Bird.
Big. Oh, that's right. She called her Big Bird. It's just like, don't be catty, Sarah. You're better than that.
I thought that was hilarious.
Very funny. Uh, but and Rip did this on purpose because Sarah's got her own issues.
Yeah, he wants her to work through
Oh.
them too. So,
Yeah, but maybe putting two murdery ladies in a training room together is not the best thing to do.
not at first.
Yeah, but now they
I'm
both realize what's going on, so
Yeah,
hopefully.
they're gonna be best girl buds, BFFs forever.
Yeah. Sarah will show Kendra how to be a warrior, and Kendra will show Sarah how to talk about feelings. Maybe?
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah. We'll see. Um, oh my god. I wrote I started breaking these episodes like my notes down by characters, and I wrote Rip and Mick like as the next two characters I wanted to talk about. But my brain wanted to say Rick and Morty. Anyway, Rip and Mick this episode. Well, there weren't that many exchanges that they had. It was
No,
kind of cute. Like they like
Mick
went out. Hmm?
Mick is really growing as a
Oh
character.
my god. I wrote that. I was like, I smell character development.
Yeah, it's awesome because I mean
Okay.
we see so much of Snart of Leo right now, and he's like all time favorite. Just gonna say, but Mick is really growing. Like he's getting up there for me. I'm starting to like him a lot more. Because before he was just a brute, but you can see he's actually very, very intelligent.
He just has an itchy trigger finger that
He
he's just got to
does.
shoot people.
He's just gotta shoot the peoples.
You said I could use my gun. Uh, yeah, and we'll talk about it when we talk about next episode. But it looks like next episode is going to be like super character development for Mick.
Whew, that's exciting, actually.
Yeah, very exciting. Uh, but Rip was met with the one of the time masters, or I don't even remember his name. But it was one of his mentors, and he was just sort of very, initially trusting of him. He was
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my team, get back to you on that." And Mick is immediately just like,
I'm
"Dog, he's gonna
outie.
shoot you."
Yeah.
But it's like he was actually looking out for Mick. I mean, no, Mick was actually looking out for Rip. I
Hmm.
mean, it was a little bit to, he doesn't want to get himself murdered either, but he also doesn't want his comrade to walk right into a bullet.
Hmm. And to be fair, Mick is stuck in 1986 because, Rip's the one with the
Yeah, so you
wheel
don't
in
want
his hands.
you don't want the one who can control the time ship to die.
Hmm.
Because if he does die, none of them can control Gideon. She won't
Mm-mm.
listen to any unless he made a failsafe, like if Rip, if he died, one of them could get back or something.
I mean, that's something that he's never gonna tell them because then they'll just, you know, get around somewhere and, take care of this chip or I don't know. They're all very, very clever and resourceful. They could figure something out.
Oh yeah. Um. So Jackson Stein arguing just all episode.
It really was like a father-son dynamic.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
You
like,
don't let
God,
me do what I
sometimes
want to
it's
do.
due, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I mean, Jax, he had some good points
Yeah,
because Stein, he brought up the whole like, you kidnapped me to bring me on this thing. It's your fault, which is a good
yeah.
point.
I mean, it is a good point. But I
Mhm.
think what stuck out to me wasn't that, oh, you forced me onto this. It was that you forced me onto this, and now you're making me do whatever you say. Like, you expect me to do whatever you say. It's like,
Mhm.
no, we gotta put equal parts into this.
Yep.
But it's like amazing how much Stein doesn't tell Jax, even though he's in his head, you
Yep.
know? Because he immediately turns to Ray and is like, I feel guilty for Ronnie and responsible for Jax and all this stuff. And it's like, Ray was like, go tell him that. Why are you telling me?
I think it's just because there's a bigger age gap between Jax and Stein, and you know, Ronnie was a scientist, he was an engineer, and they had a little bit more in common as
Mhm,
far as hobbies and stuff like that. Whereas Jax was straight out of high school, barely like just graduated, and an auto mechanic, which
mhm.
is, I guess, to Stein kind of like a lower end kind of deal. I don't know if he's putting that kind of label onto Jax, but it just, to them, to Stein, it just like there's less connection there, but there's a lot.
Yeah,
You could
there
see it
is.
when they actually talk like normal human beings to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure it's a less of a connection because Jax is still very smart. Like he had straight A's. He was going to a good
Yeah.
college, but he, got hurt.
Yeah, he just never got to follow through, and I
Yeah.
know Stein knows this, but I mean, he doesn't see it. He doesn't
Mm.
see like that he actually got to follow through, and like that he chose to go down a different road, or and I don't know. It's Stein's weird. He he
He
does
is.
he does have a mindset, and it is because he's older and because of he kind of has a huge ego. So
Yeah. He does. I mean, if we ever saw it, that was that last episode where he was with himself, or is that episode 2? That was pilot part 2.
mm,
I forgot. I think that was pilot part 2. It's just when meets himself. It's like, oh
yes,
god,
yes, that was part two.
oh my god. Um, yeah, but like you, especially when Stein was at the, oh god, what do they call it? The
The
core,
thermal core.
thermal core. And he was like, "No, I have to do this because you keep putting yourself out there." And it's like, "No, we're a team. We have to put ourselves out there together. Don't do this." And he does it anyway. It's like, "God damn it,
Hmm.
Stein. Just listen."
I mean, he feels like he has something to prove because he doesn't want Jax to end up like Ronnie.
Yeah, he feels like he let Ronnie down.
Hmm.
Still, I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a while, but that's not going away.
No.
Hopefully, and I mean, we have to work on the team working together, but we also have to work on Stein and Jax working together. It's like, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
everyone
because
just needs to work together. Come on, guys, get it.
they're all seeing different points of view. And I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully when Stein gets back, him and Jax are gonna have another heart to heart. I feel like every episode, Stein and Jax have a heart to heart, but they keep ending up back at square one.
Hmm.
Uh, so hopefully they'll win. I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna get rescued, but
Yeah.
that's just an assumption. I was actually very. Was I? Hold on. I think I was very scared they were just gonna kill Stein on the spot. I'm like, oh god, no.
No, there was no way that's gonna happen because
Yeah,
he kind of dismantled the thermal core for them at that point, and he's the only living embodiment of what they're trying to achieve. So they're
yeah,
gonna
he's
learn a
got all
lot from
that.
him.
Yeah, he's got all the radiation inside him.
Hmm.
Oh god, a Soviet firestorm.
Firestorm. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And it's all because they, showed Vandal what Firestorm was, and he's like, I can totally exploit this right now because this is future shit, and I can do that right now.
Yeah, and Vandal first tried to replicate Ray's suit, and now he's trying to replicate Firestorm. And each time like this happens, uh, Rip is like, "Oh, we'll fix this and we'll be back on track and it'll be fine." It's like, no, he's gonna keep trying to replicate one of you.
Yep.
So he's not gonna stop.
No,
Clearly,
he's definitely not gonna
he's got
stop.
like plan A through Z.
No, they showed him that it's possible, so he can do it.
He's gonna freaking do it.
Mhm.
Um. So finally, we can talk about Ray and Leonard and just them
Oh, it was so
and that
cute.
Russian lady. It's just
Ray was trying so hard,
he.
and then Leonard just steps right on in and gets the girl.
The problem is Ray is very charming.
He
The
is.
problem is he has too much faith in his own swag. It's a little too much. And Leo's just like, yeah, I know I'm an asshole. It's okay. Let me just.
Yeah.
And also Leo knew what to study up on.
Mhm.
You know, he was like, oh, to Gideon, he's like, Gideon, bone me, which I think was my favorite line this this episode. Because he had to bone up on the ballet.
Mhm.
And they keep calling Kronos Boba Fett. They're still calling him Boba Fett. Awesome.
There's so many like real world references
Oh my god.
in this DC universe. It's awesome because I mean, it makes it easier to relate.
Mm-hmm. And oh, they made a oh, Top Gun. The
Yes,
Top
Top
Gun
Gun.
reference.
Yep.
No one's ever seen one up close. Did you just make a Top Gun reference? Maybe.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, Leo keeps like wooing ladies and then stealing their wallets and
I don't. Ray's like, I. At least she didn't steal her wallet this time.
he pulls out the wallet. I'm multitasking.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this. I mean, if it didn't seal it before, Snart's definitely our favorite character.
Oh yeah.
And he still pretends like he's not a good guy. Even after he's like to Ray with the gun against his head, he's like, Ray, don't do it. You have a mission
Mhm.
to save how many other people. It's like, yeah, you're a good guy. You want to save the world. Admit it to yourself. It's like a Black Widow thing. I'm like, you're a hero. Stop it. You're a hero. Don't put yourself down.
Oh, Snart.
And he got so mad at Rip at the end. He's just like, we never leave a man behind.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And Rip is still, even though he's being more of a team player, he's still not telling everybody the whole situation.
Nope.
Because he let guys waltz in to the facility, and Kendra and Sarah were left in the dark. It's like,
Yep.
God, come on, man! I thought we learned about teamwork already.
I mean, yeah, he had his point where he's like, if I would have sent you in, all of you would have been captured, and then what then? But then again, maybe they could have worked something out. They're kind of like the Scooby Gang, where their plans don't always pan out, but in the end, they always get the bad guy.
Yeah.
So,
Even if one of them gets killed, maybe along the way.
ugh, yeah. Oof.
Oops, Carter.
Oops.
Hawk douche.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, but I was like, be still my heart at how like angry Snart was at the end.
Oh, I know. He's like the criminal code and what they
Yeah.
do. It's just like, yeah, okay. Shh. Shh.
It's gonna be okay. We're all gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like I forgot to mention though that Ray just keeps messing up. I don't think Ray's done one right thing this whole adventure. All 4 episodes, Ray just keeps fucking up.
He is kind of clumsy, isn't he? He's kind of
Yeah,
like
and it's like
bumbly.
that's not a thing you saw out of him in Arrow. Like, not any more than any of the other characters in that show, but
Right.
like you didn't see it like this. He's also coming back off of a however long of being kidnapped. So, I mean, maybe he's just taking a long
Right.
time to get back in the saddle.
Maybe he's not all there.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. That might be something we find out later on, is that maybe Ray isn't really Ray.
That's a crazy Dom theory right there. You sticking by it?
I might have to, because he's not here.
Yeah, you gotta hold down the crazy theories.
Yep.
Yeah, who knows? I don't think it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers though. I just think he's lacking his confidence a little bit.
Yeah, we can totally see that, especially with the episode with Kendra when he had to go inside and, blast up the shards. He just wasn't confident in himself. So,
Yeah, he ended up doing it.
yeah.
But I think like we've seen a bunch of times, he just is a little bumbly.
Mhm.
For whatever reason. Well, I'm sure we'll find out.
Oh yeah.
Because him, Mick, and Stein are captured and they're taken to a Russian prison, which sucks.
Yeah, they're gonna be tortured from the tips of their toes to the tops of their head.
Yeah. And next episode's title is Failsafe, and everyone's making references to Prison Break.
Oh, of course, because
Which,
because of Snart and Mick.
Snart and Mick were actors in Prison Break, the lead actors in Prison
Yep.
Break. So what is this the title? After some of the legends are captured and thrown into a Russian gulag during the height of the Cold War, Snart leads the team in an elaborate escape plan to free their comrades. He's broken out of prison before, so he's got some experience.
Mm-hmm.
However, Rip gives Sarah a secret mission that could prove not only to be a liability, but fatal to the team. Rip, we just talked about this. Rip, we literally just talked about this. I know we didn't talk about it to you, but me and Nikki tucked it over, and
Yep.
we think you should maybe not do that anymore.
At this point, I think Mick would be better at leading the troops than Rip. He's kind of... Oh, gosh.
It looks like we're going to get a lot more of, Mick's character development, because he's obviously been through prison and stuff. I'm sure he's been tortured before, but Ray hasn't. And, they're not going to... I don't think they're going to torture Stein. They're going to experiment on him and shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're definitely going to torture Ray and Mick. And I think Mick is going to have to, like, Captain Reynolds coach Ray through this. It's a Firefly reference, guys.
Yep.
I did it. Yeah, no, it just feels like a very Mick-centric episode, and I'm cool with that.
I'm totally cool with that.
Cool.
Totally cool.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say? If not,
no.
Yeah.
I've got everything covered.
Yeah, good ass episode. Can't wait for more. Character development. Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
And you can find me at Cleomoto on the socials. And you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and video games. Until next time, bye-bye.
Ciao.
MySpace.
Oh, that actually happened. I was gonna be like, yes! We got away with
one time!
Dang it.
Never.